Hello. All right. Well, welcome to today. Hello, Sarah. Hello, beautiful Sarah. See who else is here. Welcome to Tuesday. It's a Tuesday. I'm good. I am good. I am tired. I'm very tired. But I'm really good. I'm happy. Everything's flowing beautifully. How are you doing, Sarah? How is everyone doing today? And know that however you feel, whatever emotion you are experiencing is beautiful. Hello, Dave. Dave is in the UK. How are things over there in the UK right now? I'm curious to know. It's been a while. Christmas isn't a good time for me. Why is that, Sarah? Is it the pressure? Is it the pressure of the holidays? Is there some kind of traumatic event or something that reminds you, or some kind of family thing? You're in Australia. Beautiful. Oh, those two, David. There was a Dave and there was a David. So there was a Dave and a David. So hello to you, David. And then there was also a Dave. Hello, Barrett. Barrett is in Portugal. Beautiful. Confusing. I know. Isn't life confusing sometimes? It's beautiful, though. It's a beautiful life. So let me know if this is your first time here with me. If this is your first time here with me, welcome. Welcome to today. Welcome to whatever time zone you're on. I am Jenna Rose Giannetti. I am a meditation and spiritual teacher, and I am a love coach, amongst many other things. But I am here to just help to raise the vibration of this planet, to remind us of unconditional love, of unconditional acceptance, and to help all of us to transmute trauma into love, into clarity, into happiness. Thank you, Todd. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Todd. So many things: past trauma, family pressure, and expectations. Yeah? I want to know what, Sarah? I feel that. I feel that so deeply, and I promise you, you are not alone. You are not alone. There is so much, and people don't realize, how things are in so much polarity, this time is really a great example of the polarities of the world that we are living in. There's so many people who are in joy and happiness for the holidays, while there's other people who are in trauma and, fear and not having money for the holidays. There's so much polarity, and it really is, it's often an uncomfortable time because people don't know how to act. And I always advise people to just be how you are. If you are in joy, if you're in excitement, if you're in happiness, then be in joy and be in excitement and be in happiness. And if you're in sadness and if you're in frustration, then allow yourself to feel that while you reach for higher feeling thoughts. While continuing to be, empathetic and understanding of the world around you. So know that you're not alone, and we will work through it together. And happy solstice. Happy solstice. Happy solstice. Energy is moving, people. Do you feel that energy moving? We are moving energy. We are moving frequencies. We are moving vibration. Everything's changing. And the question is, are we going to move in love, or are we going to move in fear? Because I vote love. I don't know about you guys, but I vote love. Let's change our vibration and change our frequency to more love, more connection, more oneness, more just community. I vote love too. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people. So, welcome. Beautiful people. Yes. All right. So, do I have any new people? Do I have any new friends? If you're new, welcome. Welcome to me. Welcome to just being here and just coming as you are. I honor you. I see you. And most importantly, I love you. I hope that if you get nothing out of today, that you at least leave feeling completely loved. I hope that you leave feeling the vibration of love and feeling that you are not alone and that I'm here. And I hope you get something out of this. But I always start my lives by just reminding us to come together in community. You know, so often we're always just, especially during these holidays, we're just moving all about. And I like to just bring us together, remind us that we are in community, that we are in unity, and remind us that we're not alone. So at this time, I'm going to ask everyone to just close their eyes for just a moment as we just do opening ceremony and just sit down and just take a deep breath in. And then when we get out, I will read through the comments and answer that. I just want to bring us to a place of focus, bring us to a place of centeredness. And just close down your eyes and just start to shut off the reality around you. Just start to come deep into your own internal world, but not so deep in your internal world that you get lost in your thoughts. But find a place of silence. Find a place of stillness. And just locate a feeling of silence. A feeling of just solitude within your body. Just find a place that's not doing much talking. That's not doing much movement. And just breathe into that part of your body. It can be your stomach. It can be your feet. It can be your heart. It can be your mind. Just find a place where there's silence, where there's stillness. And just breathe into that. Breathing in and breathing out. Continuing to breathe into every part of our body that is loud. Breathing into every part of our body that is talkative. Breathing into every part of our body that may be anxious. And just breathe that energy out. Reminding those beautiful parts of your body that are in movement that it can find stillness. And breathe in, connecting all of your body together. And then on the next breath, I want you to feel a light moving into your body. And allow that light to just relax every single part of your body. From the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. And just relax and melt into this moment. Just melt into this moment now. And take one more breath. Sending the energy through your body. Exhaling deeply. And then just bring your awareness up to your third eye, to your pineal gland, the spot right between your eyebrows. And just start to focus your awareness and imagine that you are in a field. And as you are in this field, start to imagine and see everybody that is on this live right now all gathered together. See how everyone has come at this time of awakening. How everybody has come at this time of the solstice. See how everyone has come for community. And feel that community rising inside of your body. And just start to recognize just how much of yourself is in every single being that is walking this earth. Every single being that is gathered with us in this circle. And just start to grab hands. Imagine holding hands with everybody that's here. Placing your hands out and feeling the touch. Feeling the hand holding. Uniting in awakening. Uniting in love. And as you hold hands, just start to recognize each other. Start to recognize how you have come in different bodies, in different genders, in different cultures. Notice how when you look out into the circle, you see different faces. You see people that look nothing like you. You see a different person. And breathe into that. Breathe into the uniqueness. Breathe into the difference. Breathe into the beauty that surrounds us in the circle. And then just gently start to recognize how everybody that's in this circle right now is human. There may be spirit guides, maybe that going on as well. But just look at everybody who's in the live right now on Insight Time or watching this on YouTube later. And notice how we're all human. Notice the sameness. Notice how we all have skin. Notice the sameness. Notice how we all have a face, eyes, a nose, a mouth. Notice the sameness. Notice how we all have emotions. We all have feelings. Notice the sameness. Notice how we're all gathered here together. And notice how though we may look different, at the core of who we are, at the basis of our soul, we may look like we are many souls in many bodies. But just start to awaken to the idea that we are all one soul in many bodies. Awaken to the idea that we are nothing more than stardust and that we have come from the same exact star. And just awaken to the idea that you have come for this moment right here, to awaken you and remind you that everybody in the circle right now is not outside of you, but is you. And just start to awaken to the idea that everybody in the circle that you have met is you, in a different body, in a different incarnation, living a different experience, but that each and every single person that is gathered in this circle, and each and every person that walks this earth, every animal, every plant, everything that you can observe is you. And that everywhere you go, you are meeting yourself again, over and over and over again. You are colliding with only you. And breathe into that. And breathe that concept out. Notice how that feels in your body. Notice how that feels. What emotions came up. Notice what thoughts arise. Notice if you resonated with that or if you pushed that idea away. Just notice it without judgment. And just breathe in and breathe out. And just thank everyone for coming today, helping you to reawaken, and thanking everyone for they are you and you are them. And we are not separate. And just open up your eyes and come back into this space and smile at me. I didn't expect for that to go so long. So I hope that you guys build with me. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what you feel. Let me know what you're feeling right now. Let me know what you're experiencing right now. And just know that wherever you are at, whatever you feel, whatever you believe, is beautiful. Every single thought, every single feeling is beautiful. And we don't feel that when we are in the midst of chaos. We definitely don't feel beautiful. We definitely don't feel like the world is beautiful. But if you just a little bit, just take a step back, just a small step back, not even a big step back, but just a little step back, you notice the beauty, and you notice the oneness, and you notice the expansion of consciousness. It's all you. It's all you. So thank you guys for coming today. Today we're just going to go with the flow. I don't have anything planned. So if you have any questions, if you have any feelings, if you have any thoughts, if you need any healing, please put it in the chat below. And I'm going to attend to them. I'm going to read these comments. I haven't had a chance to do that yet. And I'm here. So ask questions. Tell me how you're feeling. And let's just see where the energy flows. Let's see where the movement goes, okay? Because we're all energy. So thank you for joining. If this is your first time joining, I'm Jenna Rose Giannetti. I'm a spiritual meditation teacher, and I am a love coach. And I'm honored to be here. I'm honored to help people through their awakening and through their expansion and help them through their communication and conversation. If there's one thing I feel I have much value in, it's my communication and teaching people to communicate. So be raw, be honest, be open, be authentic, and I'm going to celebrate you. I'm going to celebrate every tear, every anger, every joy, every smile. Because be authentically you. Beautiful. All right, so Sarah. And I'm sorry that I'm just reading this now on Divine Timing. I was talking to one of my clients, and I can't find him food for Christmas because all the pantries are closed, and he missed all of the sign-ups. I'm broke, or I would buy him food. Oh, that is so hard, Sarah. It's so hard, and I feel that, this time is so beyond stressful for people, and people forget that. There's so much joy, and there's so much excitement. But we have to remember that not everyone's feeling that. It's so hard. When these things happen, we have to find a way to know that everything's working out. Even though it doesn't seem that way, even though it doesn't feel that way, even though we are experiencing suffering. And really, there is massive suffering that is happening. And we can't be blind to that. We can't not see that. And my live yesterday was all about suffering. If you were on my live yesterday, we talked all about suffering. It's on YouTube. You guys can watch that, Jenna Rose Giannetti. But I talked about how suffering it's around us. And the way that I try to work through the idea of suffering is recognizing that there is oneness and that I am everyone, and that you are me, and that we are everyone, and that we have the ability to take action. And Sarah, if all that you can do, the best thing that you can do, the best thing that anyone can do right now is see this person, see Sarah's client as having food, see Sarah's client as having laughter and family and happiness. See this client with abundance and prosperity. Visualize it, see it. Our thoughts are creating our reality. There is no lack in the world. It's the worst thing, the worst belief systems that we carry. Our beliefs create this reality. And if you believe that there is lack, then you will continue to create lack. But this is an abundant universe. It's an abundant universe. And so we have to ask ourselves, what thoughts are we giving to the world? If we are constantly thinking about lack, then we're going to get an abundance of lack, because there's only ever abundance. If we're thinking about prosperity, then we're going to get an abundance of prosperity. There's not lack. Lack is a concept, but the word's not made up of lack. The word is made up of abundance. Just like cup, just like this cup, right? The cup doesn't exist. My thoughts make the cup exist. There's an abundance. So if I'm constantly thinking about cups, then I'm going to create an abundance of cups. If I'm looking at a microphone, then I'm going to create that. So, suffering is real. It's real. And the best thing we can do is close our eyes and visualize abundance, prosperity, love, health, food, rejuvenation for the world, and reflect it outwards. Every single time you eat food, say thank you that everybody in the world is getting fed. Thank you, and imagine yourself as everybody being fed. If whether you're Christian or you're not Christian, it doesn't matter. I was brought up Christian, and there's a quote in the Bible, and I don't know how it goes. Anyone can tell me if you know what quote I'm talking about, or scripture. But it says, Jesus stood before those that were ill and didn't see their illness. It was something like that. Jesus came to those that were ill. Jesus came to those that were suffering. He didn't see their suffering. He didn't see their illness. He saw their health. He saw their abundance. And that thought of abundance, that thought of health, is what cured them. As Jesus went around and cured the people of leprosy, he didn't see that they had leprosy. He saw them in health. And so they became healthy. When people couldn't walk, Jesus saw them able to walk, and then they walked. And the secret is, you are Jesus. You are that consciousness. You have the power. Everyone is constantly in power. But it's our beliefs that tell us that we aren't, that create the word of lack. So let's just take a moment right now. Everyone, just take a moment. And no matter where you're at, no matter how much money you have in your bank account, no matter where you're at, just let's take a moment and just close our eyes and just feel in to the word. Put your focus on all of those during this time of the holidays. And just feel into everybody in abundance. Feel into happiness. Think about a time right now. I want everyone to just picture a time in their life when they were truly happy. Just any moment. It can be big, it can be small. Just think about a moment when you were truly happy. Take a moment and find a memory. And then once you have that feeling of happiness, I want you to take that feeling of happiness and imagine projecting that feeling of happiness out to the whole entire earth. Feel and put a color or a shape to this memory, to this feeling. Give it a color. Give it a color. It can be yellow, it can be red. And symbolize this color is your happiness. And hold that memory of happiness in your heart, in your mind. Hold it there. And then project that happiness out to every person in this world. Sending the vibration of happiness during the holidays. That everyone can find some joy and hold that frequency and hold that vibration. And now I want you to think about the last time that you ate food. The last time you ate food. And think about what you ate. Think about the taste. Think about how grateful you were for that food. Think about how that food fulfilled you. How nourishing it was. How sweet it was. And hold that memory in your mind. And feel the satisfaction of fullness, the satisfaction of no longer being hungry, but being completely satisfied. And give this feeling a color. And holding this memory of eating food, of being a satisfaction, of being full in your mind, send this feeling out to the whole entire earth. And visualize every person being fed. Visualize every person feeling this fulfillment of food. That no belly should ever be hungry. That the moment of hunger is a beautiful feeling to then be satisfied with delicious delightment. Just send it out. And then I want you to think about something that you bought or the money in your bank account. It doesn't matter if you're extremely wealthy or if you're working through, lack of abundance. It doesn't matter where you're at right now. Just think about something that you bought or the money in your bank account when you felt really great about what you bought or the amount of money in your bank account. And hold that feeling of having what you desire. Hold that feeling of having money. Feel that feeling of having that gift. Give it a color. And then send that out to earth. That every single person that walks this earth will have enough money. Will have financial abundance. Will be able to feed their family. Be able to feed themselves. Be able to clothe themselves. And then just finally, just see smiling faces. Just imagine just a bunch of people just happy, smiling, dancing and joyful during the holidays. And just hold that vibration and send that out. And take a deep breath. And breathe out. Come back. And that's all it takes. That's all it takes. It's just a moment of visualizing to lift the frequency of this planet. That's all it takes. Hold the vibration. And you can do this for yourself. You can do this for others. And recognize that you hold the power. Sarah, that's where we are on YouTube. This will be on YouTube after. So if you want to just follow me on YouTube, it's just my name. And then you can go on YouTube, anyone, and you can just watch the replay. I will post this right when we get done. I don't, Nextdoor app, people always post on there and donate. They're very generous to help. I will send it out. I have not heard of it. Tends to not have that. Try it sale. It's nationwide. It's beautiful. So thank you. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. We hold the power and we forget that sometimes. Beautiful. So, what else is on your guys' heart today? What else are you feeling? What questions do you have? What are you guys in need of today? You know, the solstice today marks the beginning of a new frequency, the beginning of a new vibration, winter. You know, in my belief system, and this is my belief, so take everything I say with a grain of salt, please. Take what resonates and throw out what doesn't resonate. But, you know, in my belief system, we are going through a mass awakening right now. People are really awakening to the truth of this reality. People are really awakening to that we are all one. And people are awakening to just what I taught. That we have the power within us. This idea of God is not outside of us, but is within us. We are magic. We are God. We are creating our reality. Just as the Bible stated, you know, I don't know why I keep talking about Christianity today, but it's coming up, so I'm going to go with it. But, you know, it says in Genesis that, you know, God created the world in His image. Well, His image is your image. Because your thoughts that you think, the feelings that you have, you are projecting out into the world. And you are creating it. And we love to take responsibility when it's positive creation, right? If we manifest a new Tesla, hell yeah, I created that. I did that. I got that Tesla. I made that happen, right? We got to take responsibility for the great creations. But if we, you know, break our arm somehow, or we get sick, let's say we get sick, we have a headache. Oh, I didn't create that. I didn't create that headache. But your thoughts did. And we have to recognize that everything in our reality, everything, even if it doesn't seem that way, is here for a reason. Is here for our awakening. Is here to serve us. Even the worst, the absolute worst, and the most painful things in the world, even the biggest suffering in the world, it serves us in some way to help us to become more empathetic, to help us to become more compassionate, to help us to become more loving. Polarity is, there's always a polarity in everything. It's one of the very first things we learned as a child, opposites. There was always an opposite. And so we can always move into that opposite vibration. So, now I'm ranting. So let me know what questions you have. Let me know what you guys are in need of, what you guys would like to talk about. And we're just going with the flow. Thank you for being here. Hello, John. Thank you for just coming as you are. Thank you for just coming and awakening and remembering. Thank you for being you. If no one has told you that, thank you. So often we're so, I find people who are so scared to show their true colors or show their authentic selves because of fear of rejection, fear of intimacy, into me, you see. We grew up in this world of conditioning of our families telling us what was right or what was wrong or who we are. And we are the I am. We become anything, and I mean anything, that we put after an I am statement. I am Jenna. I am Jenna. I became Jenna because my parents conditioned me with that name. And maybe on a soul level, maybe I chose that name, right? But then when I came here, that my name has a vibration. My name has a frequency. And if there was anyone in the universe named Jenna before I was born, I took on that vibration of what's a Jenna. It's just like this. It's a cup. Everyone agrees it's a cup. Cup. We're going back to toddler age. Cup. Say cup, everyone. Cup. But what's a cup? What's a cup? A cup has a meaning that we give it. Cup is a meaning that we give it. And so we have this belief system that a cup is something that holds water. So as I say, this is cup. It becomes the frequency of holding something. But if you are a baby and you don't know that this holds water, then the word cup is going to be meaningless to you until someone keeps throwing a cup in your face and repeating the word cup, until you finally say, okay, cup, I get it. So we become what we say we are. So as we are growing up, all of these conditions, and this is what this is. This cup is a condition. It is a condition. It is a belief. We believe this is a cup because we were taught that it's a cup. But what if this wasn't a cup? Maybe this is just copper. Maybe I'm running around and I'm like, hey, you want some copper? You want copper? And you're like, what the hell is copper? Like the material copper? And I'm like, yeah, this is copper because no one taught me this is called cup. That's why we have language boundaries. That's why people speak different languages. So we become what we learn. We become the conditions that we are taught. And so when someone said to you, when you were a little girl, you're a good girl. You're a good girl. You started to believe, I'm a good girl. You saw what a good girl was. Maybe your mommy pointed at your sister and said, that's a good girl, right? Or you had a bow in your hair and your mom said, good girl, you kept the bow in your hair. And then you started having these belief systems that like, oh, if I wear a bow, I'm a good girl. Or if I pick up my toys, then I'm a good girl, right? And then all of a sudden, bad girl, you're a bad girl, you're a bad girl. Well, why are you a bad girl? Well, you're a bad girl because you didn't drink your cup. And so then you started having this belief system that you're bad if you don't drink from your cup. And so these things seem meaningless. These things feel like they don't matter. But then 40 years later, we're walking around as an adult and we're holding these same beliefs that our families put on us of the conditionings of we are good, we are bad, we are love, we are good athletes, we are a good dancer, I'm not a good singer, I am not flexible, I am not creative, right? Because someone taught us that every single thing that you believe about yourself was something that someone taught you about yourself. And the question is, when are you going to stop believing that? Because you can become anybody that you want to be. Again, this is an abundant universe. There's nothing that you have to be. There's nothing that you have to do. Everything in this reality is neutral. Everything's neutral. And the hardest thing to overcome is recognizing that the truth is everything is meaningless. Everything is meaningless until we give it a meaning. even everything that I'm teaching right now, everything that I'm saying is meaningless unless you believe it. You have a choice right now as I'm talking to either resonate with what I'm saying and believe that to be your reality, or say, well, you know what, I don't believe that, you're a cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, girl, and I don't believe in any of this, those facts. You are creating your reality with the beliefs you think. I am conditioning you right now, and you have a choice to either believe it or don't believe it. It's a choice that you have. And the point that I'm getting at is that you are whatever you believe yourself to be. You can do whatever you choose to do. No one gets to choose that other than you. But you have to first let go of these limiting beliefs of who you are. You have to strip yourself naked. That's what spirituality is really about. That's what meditation is about. It's becoming nothing, becoming absolutely nothing. To then recognize I am something. I choose. And that's what you're doing. You are choosing to become something. I am choosing to be a love coach. I am choosing to be a meditation teacher. I am choosing to be abundant. I am choosing to be kind. But I don't have to be. I could be a mass murderer if I wanted to, but I won't, because I'm not going to choose to do that, because I'm not going to choose to allow suffering. It's all a choice. And this is what this whole solstice that we are experiencing is this: recognizing and reawakening to the concept that you are everyone, and everyone is you. Is waking up to the concept of the I am statement, that you can be or do anything, and that this is an abundant universe. And recognizing that your thoughts and your feelings are creating your reality. And you're not always creating from a conscious point. Because one know what? There's a very big difference between our conscious and subconscious and the collective consciousness. From my observation, and again, this is my belief system. This is what I choose to believe. So take it as a grain of salt. But I believe that those three big things that get in the way of manifestation: our conscious mind, our subconscious mind, and the collective consciousness of awe. Okay? The collective consciousness of awe affects our manifestations, because we are all one. We're all one. All 45 of us are all, you can call it God, the universe, source, whatever you want to name it. Whatever condition of a name you want to put on it. We are all one. And so together, we are collectively manifesting certain things in our reality. One of them is the dreaded thing that no one wants to talk about and everybody wants to talk about is COVID. Okay? It's World War III. We are in World War III right now. It's not a physical war, but it's a war, and the whole world is involved. It's a spiritual war. It's a consciousness war. It's an emotional war. And it's physically a physical war on the body. We're not going out and shooting people because we're no longer at that vibration. We're no longer at that frequency that we're going to go and shoot people in other countries. But our body is now at the war zone. Our body is at war. And everybody has an opinion, no matter what. Everybody has a different opinion. And the secret is to find the neutral point, find the peace, make peace. Just like was it World War II? I think it was World War II. Don't quote my date. With all the hippies and people going around, and Vietnam, and the Vietnam War and all of that, being at peace. That's what we're doing now, which is be at peace. It doesn't matter if you get vaccinated. It doesn't matter if you don't get vaccinated. It's whatever belief that you believe is going to help the collective consciousness. It's whatever you believe. If you believe that the vaccine is going to help everyone, then go for it. And if you believe that the vaccine's going to hurt everyone, then don't go for it. Allow your beliefs to be the most important. So that's one way we manifest. As a collective, we're all collectively manifesting this. Subconscious is those negative things that dive deep into the conditioning of what I was talking about, of you believing that you're not a musician and you don't know why, but it's because when you were 2 years old someone said that you can't sing, and so you carried that belief of, oh, I can't sing. And so now you don't know why you are the way that you are, but it goes back to that subconscious mind of something that you believed long ago. And then there is your conscious mind, your present moment of what's going on in this conscious. So you may, in your conscious mind, want abundance. You may consciously want $1 million, and you may really, really be manifesting it. You may be imagining it. You may be feeling it. You may be visualizing it, and you're doing everything for the conscious mind. But you have the subconscious belief from when you were a little child of money is bad. Money is bad. Money is not spiritual. And so you continue to manifest that vibration of not having enough money because your subconscious is overpowering your conscious mind, because that's the belief that you're holding. It doesn't matter what you desire. It doesn't matter what you believe. I'm sorry, it doesn't matter what you desire if your belief about it is different. Your belief is going to win every single time. And then you have the collective consciousness of what is the collective telling you about money. If the collective consciousness says you have to work really, really hard to have $1 million, then you believe that because the collective consciousness believes that. So these are the things that get in the way. But that's what the solstice today is about. It's about breaking that all down and recognizing that you are the I am, that you are creating your own reality, that you are abundant, that everything in this reality is abundant, and that there is no separation. There is no separation. There's no separation. I gave the example yesterday of a piece of paper, and I don't have a piece of paper to do the example again, but the piece of paper is a paper. But then when you rip it apart, you have little pieces of the piece of paper. And that's what we individually are. We are little pieces of the paper. And we forgot that we were once a whole piece of it. We forgot that we are source. We forgot that we are God. We forgot that we are that fragment. And that when we come together, we can be the whole paper again. But we have to come together. We have to awaken the collective conscious. So, how do you feel? Did that resonate? Did that not resonate? What questions do you have? I'm going to take some questions. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to take some questions. And I am here. I'm going to just stretch while I wait for questions. So we can just be silent if there's no questions. It is hard to break down those conditions. But it's possible, Sarah. It's possible. So if this is your first time joining, thank you guys for joining. Thank you for just coming on this beautiful solstice. Please make sure to follow me. If you're resonating with what I'm saying, feel free to leave a donation. I'm going to leave my link tree in the comments below. And check me out. I have lots to offer. I'm not going to go into the whole spiel of things, but I have my website. You can check that out. I do coaching. I have courses. I do a lot. So check that out. I won't go through everything today. And Sarah, if you're still here, it just dawned on me. I know I'm a little bit late in my thinking, but it just dawned on me what you said in the comments above when you were talking about your client. And you said, I'm going to read exactly what you said. You said, I'm broke, or I would buy him food. I'm broke. You said, I am broke, or I'm broke. And the more that you say that, the more that you be that. So, we have to find a way to recognize that our words have power and that our word are spells. We are spelling the word and we are creating magic. And so the more that we speak the I am broke, the more that you become and you continue to be broke. We have to start to speak that which we really are, because you're only broke because you believe that you're broke. You believe that. You keep checking your bank account. You keep reinforcing that you are broke. Stop checking your bank. Pay your bills and celebrate. Every single time you need to pay a bill, celebrate that you have the money to pay a bill. Start to reinforce, I have enough money for my bills. I have enough money for food. I have enough money for my gym membership. I have enough money. And then when you say I have enough, you move up the emotional scale, because once you have enough, then you start to become abundant. And then you can fall into I am abundant. But you have to move up the emotional scale. So anyone that's listening to that, remember that. All right, guys. So let me know if that link posted. And we're just going to we kind of did 2 little meditations already. So I'm just going to do a quick little body scan and an activation within us. I'm just going to activate us coming to our highest timeline, coming to our highest frequency, coming into our highest alignment. And then we're just going to call it a day. Sound good? All right. So just close your eyes. This won't be long. There was a lot of information that I just gave out. And just start to breathe into the knowledge. And just breathe out. Coming back into the breath. And just continuing to breathe the inhale and the exhale. And just start to notice as you breathe how every single thing in this reality is an inhale and an exhale. Start to recognize how we are constantly, consistently, and never-endingly breathing in that which we desire, that which we see, that which we want. And then breathing it out and letting it go. We are constantly taking with the inhale and giving with the exhale. We are constantly receiving. And we are constantly giving. We are in natural balance with the feminine, the inhale, and the masculine, the exhale. Just start to notice the push and the pull. The natural contraction of the universe. And just start to notice how everything in your reality, you have a choice to either breathe into Or breathe out 2. Notice how everything in your reality is just neutral until we put our emotions, our energy in motion into it. We have a choice always to either breathe in what we see, what we observe, into us to have us become it, or breathe it out and release that condition from our reality. On this solstice, I activate within every single one of you, with your permission, true awakening, activating the knowing of who you really are, remembering who you are individually, and remembering who you are consciously as a collective. I activate within you who you really are. And just stop for a moment to just see a light out into the distance. And see this light in whatever color you choose. And as this light approaches, start to put the belief system into the light that this light symbolizes your awakening. It symbolizes your connection. It symbolizes enlightenment. It symbolizes realization. It symbolizes peace. And plant that intention into the light. Plant that belief system into the light. And watch the light become that. And start to feel that light coming closer and closer to you. And simply, when you are ready, start to breathe that light in. Breathing in with the inhale. Breathing in this light into your body. And releasing any opposite of this light out of your body. Breathing in enlightenment. Breathing out darkness and confusion. Breathing in your awakening. And breathing out the deep sleep. Breathing in knowing. And breathing out forgetfulness. Breathing in clarity. And breathing out confusion. And allow this light to sink and activate into every single cell, every single atom, every single molecule, every single part of your physical being, your emotional being, your mental being, and your spiritual being. And feel this light moving down your body, down from the crown of your head, activating your thoughts of connection, your thoughts of goodness, activating your senses to see, to feel, to heal, to smell, to taste. True alignment. Your own individual truth. Your own individual enlightenment. Feel the light moving down your neck, down your throat, activating the words and the loving spells that you put out of kindness, community, awakening, enlightenment, certainty. Feel this light moving down your shoulders, moving down your back, allowing you the strength to continue to carry the knowing of your reality. Moving the light down your arms, continuing to strengthen your ability to hold all that you are connected to, all that you are. Moving the light down your hands and down your fingers, your ability to heal the world with your own touch. Moving the light and activating your heart. Coming back to a heart place center of love, of emotions, of feeling. Moving the light into your belly and your gut and activating your gut instincts to allow you to continue down your path, to know what path is right for you, to know what path is good for you. Moving the light down your pelvis, down your genitals, activating your pleasure, activating your connection to creation, where all creation is formed, letting go of any shame, any guilt. Let it all go and allow your creation to awaken. Moving the light down to your butt, down to your anus, which is the first organ that developed, awakening your root, awakening your connection to the ground, your connection to the earth. Moving the light down through your legs, activating your ability to stand tall in who you are. Moving the light down to your feet, down to your toes, activating the steps that you need to take to become your awakened self. Feel the light all around you. And take a moment in the silence to just be yourself. To be in rest. To be in rejuvenation. And gently repeat to yourself, I am. I am. I am. Feel the energy activating in every cell, every atom, every molecule, every part of your being, your soul, your spirit, awakening into higher consciousness, as well as awakening your body, coming back into your body, and repeating, I am, I am, I am. For you are everything and anything that you put after the I am statement. You choose who you want to be. You choose how you perceive the reality of this world. You are the creator. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And just opening up your eyes and coming back into this room. Beautiful. Welcome back, everyone. Were you able to hear me? Rachel, I just saw your comment saying that you were having a hard time hearing me. Did anyone else have a hard time hearing me during this meditation? Were you able to hear me okay? Beautiful. Well, thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for you. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your courage. But it's what? Did anyone else have a problem hearing me? Did everyone hear me okay? Was there a problem? Let me know what everyone else thinks. Anyone else? Were you guys able to hear me? Well, I don't know, but we're done now. You were just much quieter before. I see. Well, thank you guys for joining. Does anyone have any questions before we leave? If this was your first time joining me, thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. Thank you for just being you. I hope that you all know that you are loved. I hope that you all know that you are wanted. Hope you all know that you are desired. You're beautiful just as you are. So, if this was your first time, make sure to follow me. I left this link in my description, or link here. If anyone is interested in any one-on-ones with me, my website, my courses, my women empowerment group, so much more is there. So check that out. And if you resonate, feel free to leave a donation. It is never required, but it's always appreciated. And all of the teachers who give value to you guys. And good. It is so easy to feel down, Rachel. Absolutely. It's easy. But want to know what? The more that we choose that is no longer the agreement that we want, it becomes so much easier to feel up. And remember that when we are feeling down, to feel down is beautiful too. Because when we know what we don't want, we know more clearly what we do want. And so when we are sad or we are angry or we are frustrated, it reminds us that we need to reach for better feeling thoughts. And if we are always happy, if we are always in peace, one, we wouldn't be alive. But also, we wouldn't be able to embrace the joy as much. Because it would just be neutral. It would be a natural state. So the more that we start to practice however we want to feel, that becomes our natural vibration. You get to choose that. It's a boundary, and it's a boundary within yourself that nothing and no one is going to break you from that boundary of how you want to feel. And what I mean by that is if there's a scale of 1 to 10, if your natural vibration is a 5, let's just say 5 for example, you might become a 6, you might be a 7 some days, right? Some days you might be a 4, your vibration might dip down, but you're not going to become a 1. Your lowest, if you're at a 5, your lowest might be a 3, but it won't be a 1, right? And then you raise your vibration, and then you become maybe a 7, and then your lowest might be that 5, and then you won't become less than 5 again, because you are constantly raising your frequency, and we're always going in and out of frequencies, out of vibrations. It's something we need to practice. But the more that you practice it, the more that you stay in that frequency, and you won't be low, if that makes sense. But be easy on yourself. Be easy, because every one of those down feelings will eventually bring you back up. Because sometimes we need to be brought down to remember where we want to go. It's all a learning. We're all here to learn. We're all here to learn. And if we were never brought down, then we wouldn't know what we wanted. It reminds us of what we wanted. So be gentle. Be easy on yourself. So, all right, everyone. Well, thank you for you. Let's just close down this circle real quick. Just feel all 86 of us all gathered together in beautiful community, in a beautiful circle. And just see us all holding hands, awakening back to the knowing that we are all one in consciousness. Awakening to the knowing that although we come with our many differences and our many bodies, that we are all one at the core. Together we are forming to remember that we are not separate souls, but we are all one soul in many bodies, looking and meeting ourselves in different incarnations, in different people. Start to awaken back to the knowing that everyone that you meet, everybody that you see, everybody that you experience is just you meeting you from a different body, from a different incarnation, from a different life experience. Start to remember that everything is you, and that you came for the fun of it, to remember you. Remember that I am. You are everyone and everything. You've been it all, and you always will be. So breathe into that knowing, and breathe it out. And just place your hands in front of your chest, bowing down with me. Namaste. For my soul recognizes your soul. That we are one soul in many bodies. Have a beautiful day, guys, and happy holidays. Happy solstice. Yay! I love you. If you got nothing from today, I hope you guys feel loved. Do you feel loved? Let me know that you feel loved, or I won't leave. I won't leave until you're loved. I won't leave. I won't leave. I'll stay forever until everyone feels loved and honored and worthy and beautiful. Woo! Yeah. Well, Monica and Rachel feel loved. If I helped one person, then I helped you all, because you are the same. Bye, guys. I love you. Have a good night.